I think we're live. What's up? How you guys doing this week? Exactly. Like when Dylan went electric, I'm going acoustic. With a solid body acoustic. It could happen. It could happen. There it is. Minor, right? I have to check my sounds. I mean, it's close. What's up? Hold on, I have to close the ad telling me to run an ad every week. Boy, they can't help themselves. Now would be a good time. Oh, would it? What is it? Is it, yeah. A. Right. Right. A. The last guy, Croft, passed away this week. From Seals and Croft. I think Seals passed away maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I think it's E minor 7 to A7, A minor 7. That's a Dylan chord. Sure. That's the way I remember it. Yeah, Jim Seals died in 2022, yeah. Yeah. Right? Yes, I forget it now. E major to G major. I thought it was A major to C. I'd have to look at it again. It's been a long time since I tried to play that song. All right, who do we got here? Deanna and Shane, William, Tim, dude, Tony. What's up, dude? Rock and Rob and James and Big Ken, Shammy Whammy. Got Dennis and Jay Shaft and Trolls. What's up, Speaker? Double R guitar. Doo-doo. Yeah, it's been a long time since I freaking tried to play that one. It's got all the reverb. Actually, kind of a reverb. That's a pretty quick drop off. Who else do we have here? Alex, Matt, All Grain Brewer, Kevin, or just Kev for short. Got Guitar Guy, Scott. See, that sounds out. Super lead. So Jim. The guitar is pretty lightweight, but remember, it is a solid body guitar. Let's go to solid body cam. And it's maple, which is a fairly dense wood. So it definitely has a little weight to it, but not that much. It is a travel guitar. You see, it's the best of both worlds. They wrote a song about it. All right, let me go to, yeah, okay, that's a tiny bit flatola. That could be it. I haven't really played guitar. I haven't really played this guitar this week. Yeah, see, that's good. That's good. That's pretty good, too. That's a little sharp. It's pretty good. It's a tiny bit sharp too. That's pretty good. Let's go back to that low E. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, that's pretty good. Gotta put the key back. A little better. Oh, chunky cat. She's over at the Clarence station. What? Doesn't have an ebony neck. It's first of all, the neck is maple. It's I think it's a unibody, or I think it's a unibody, or a three-piece, right? Center piece of maple and wings. But the fretboard is composite. But it's not Richlight, which is expensive. People are like, there's no way they're using ebony. That's definitely Richlight. Richlight is a lot more expensive than ebony. If you were going to cheap out, you'd use ebony. You wouldn't use Richlight. Richlight is kind of pricey. I mean, it's not shredded newspapers and resin like Richlight is. That's pricey. What do you want? What, crybaby? You're fine. You're fine. Everybody's fine. Like this friggin' cat. Yeah, the manufacturing process versus Richlight versus plant an ebony tree in waiting. Also, it gives you something to do with old newspapers, right? Yeah, but that's the irony about Richlight. It's kind of a pricey product. It's what they call ironical. I'm also not running an amp. I just have it running in, and the only thing I've turned on is, I think I put a little compressor on because I noticed that when I was playing the review video, I was strumming a lot more. But as I was just messing around with it with the fingerstyle stuff, the volume was all over the place. So I put a light compressor on it. And a reverb. And that's it. There's no amp. What's up, Chuck? Get all the What do you want, you big old Pain in my ass. I did see the new EVH guitars. It's basically the same 5150, but new colors. I like the red. I thought the boy, they just can't help but pop up friggin'. No, I don't want to subscribe to the newsletter. But thanks for asking. Yeah. So if you look at the prior series, it usually had the matching headstock, right? Purple guitar, purple headstock, pink guitar, pink headstock, blue guitar, blue headstock, yellow guitar, yellow headstock, etc., etc. Now they're doing just a plain headstock. Some are calling it a price savings. Not me, of course. I would never say that. It's a design choice to save money. But listen. Some people might be saving money, maybe not. Look, who's to say? And then I thought that one looked pretty good. Kind of like the look of the. Any more down here? Yeah. Kind of like the look of the red. That's nice. Anything else? Anything? No? Can I swipe? Oh, there we go. Like, where the hell is the... And that's a quarter-sawn neck. That's nice. That's pretty cool. You can see the quarter-sawn right there. Right? It's that little part, like right there. Right here. Yeah, I kind of like the look of the red one. And then they have a black. Yeah. Not bad. There's the quarter-sawn mark right there. Any more? Nope. And then they have the, and it looks like they're baked maple. That's again, that's a nice color. I'm just not. I think I like the red the best. All right. Anything with the color in it? Yes. And then the back will be just blue. Okay. Anytime you're ready. Take your time. No, we're not in a rush. Whenever you're ready to serve it up, you just serve that up. Like now, maybe in a little bit. Sure. Maybe there is. Here we go. Oh, then maybe there isn't one. They have a placeholder, but there's nothing there. Nice. What kind of chip you got in that thing? Dorito? And then, of course, you got the green. I think that was the pick they were going for, but they didn't have it. Not in the blue. And of course they do that dark where they paint it, I think, black, right? And then they sand it down, and then they do the other colors. PRS sort of started that to make the flame pop. Right, a little bit of black going on there. A light coat, a light like black stain, and then they sand it, and then they do the other colors so that the grain pops more. Looks good. There's your courtesan mark. Right there. I always like courtesan. I just think it looks cleaner than the half-son, which has the, what do they call those, like cathedrals? Basically, you know, what do I want to say, like grain lines. But they come up and go down, go up and go down, right? I think that's why they call them cathedrals. Looks a bit like a cathedral, yeah. Oh, you are. I'm still liking the red, I think. Yeah, I'm team red. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Nice. You like the yellow one? That like taxi yellow? Where is that? One more. But I don't think it has baked maple. It's got ebony, right? And you can get the satin or the, is it like ice blue? Something like that. They have a name for it here. Ice blue metallic. And this is taxi yellow? EVH yellow. Don't sell it short. Taxi, how dare you? That's EVH yellow. Yellow is nice because it's got a nice contrast with the fretboard and the hardware. You know, with the pickups and the knob and the selector. You couldn't go a Black Floyd on that? I guess not. All right. Just saying. You could complete the picture with black hardware. People are talking, not me, of course. I think it looks amazing. Others are talking about it. It does look nice, though. If I wasn't, I do like that red as far as like the baked maple one, but I think I like this and the ice blue. I'm not crazy about the black just because it's satin. 90% sure that's a satin one. Yeah, that's satin all day. And satin gets hot spots. Yeah, they call it stealth black. What does it say for specs? Humbucking. Interesting. I think there's a move by Gibson to try and trademark the word humbucker. I should make a video about it, but I'm seeing people are talking. I'm seeing some evidence. And what was that? Is that a kitty over there? Huh? Who's getting in trouble? Goddamn cats. Yeah, I think there's some evidence that Gibson wants to trademark humbucker, but I would argue that it's sort of past its time. You should have done that 50 years ago. Or really like 70 years ago. And Fender wants to trademark noiseless. I'm seeing some evidence. Yeah, it's a cat burglar, all right. Yeah, I think all the EVHs are made in Mexico unless designated otherwise. If it wasn't made in Mexico, it would say like EVH MJ or MIJ or EVH USA. And I think if they don't, right? Wolfgang Standard, Wolfgang. Anything? Wolfgang Special, Wolfgang Standard Exotic, Wolfgang USA. If everybody had a Wolfgang across the USA, they'd be doing their dive bombs. Do, 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 do. They'd be hitting their kill switch. Yeah. I didn't see the MIJ unless it was under a different section. Wolfgang Special, is it under here? I'm not seeing it. Did they kill off the MIJ? A little too close to home? Eating away at your USA sales? I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I don't see it. Interesting. Stripe series. All right, there's a new Frankie in town with aging. Great. The difference is I'd have to see a few of them, but if you look at the OG Frankie and you look at the damage that's done to it, I have examined dozens. The damage is all a little different, like it was done by hand. When you get into like, I don't see it here, but when you get into like the Relic series, which might already be discontinued, again, I'm not, yeah, there it is. And you get into the Relic, you'll notice that the damage is identical because they're almost certainly putting some sort of a tape down and peeling it off. So the damage is like literally identical, or it's getting done by a machine. And the machine is programmed to do it exactly the same on every one. I think it's tape though. Right? See that? We're changing the color, but the damage stays the same. And I've seen it across, so you can see that the wood on that, the damage is the same, but the wood underneath, a little different. Right? A little brighter wood, a little darker wood. Well, it's definitely a different guitar. It's not like they just took and put a different, because you know they can do that with Photoshop, right? They can just make a different color. But that wood looks a little different. Well, no, a little bit. A little bit. But the shape of the damage is identical. And that tells me it's done through a process. Unlike the Frankie with the oiled neck, that seems to be done by hand, or certainly they have a different method to doing it. Yeah, I know. Adorama will blow them out for about 700, maybe 800 bucks. No, they won't pay someone to throw keys at it. Oh, God, now I got Buddy sitting down there. Will you leave me alone? Was that you making that? What'd you knock down? Get out of here, you. Get out. Get out of here. I'm putting up a friggin' block here. I am playing a Donner Hush Eye EVO2. Jackie, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Why me? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 4,000 in New Zealand, though. Receive opinion on Angelina Potrine? Never heard of her. Angina Poutine? Yeah. That is the Bud Man. So, the other news that sort of came out this week was Ace Frehley, probably his most iconic guitar, the 75 Les Paul Custom, is going to go up for auction. Along with Stevie Ray Vaughan's 12-string that he played on MTV Unplugged, and Kurt Hammett's first Ouija guitar by, I guess that's ESP, right? And that's actually been used on a few albums, so we'll see what they go for. But here's the thing that it's going to sell for as much as $600,000 seems a little low. It is an iconic guitar. Yeah, there it is. Can we get a bigger picture? Yeah, right there. Ace Frehley, lead guitar. Shocked me. Yeah, there's the 12-string, and there's the Ouija guitar. So that one, that's Stevie Ray's 12-string, which I think he did. Right? I'm pretty sure that's what he played. I remember that concert watching Stevie Ray. And there's the Ace Frehley guitar. Yeah, it was a Guild, right? Yeah. Guild. I've owned a few Guilds. I tell you, Guild is probably one of the best, if not the best, acoustic maker out there at the time. Guild is nice stuff. What did I have? I had a D40. that I bought for real short money because it was all beat to piss. What I really wanted was a D55, but I went to go get one and they were sold out. A Guitar Center wasn't a Guild dealer any longer. And so I wound up getting a Larrivee, which is an amazing guitar. But yeah, the iconic Ace Frehley Les Paul. I was talking to Bobby. He thought $600,000 was low for it. He's like, if they're getting $14 million for the friggin', you know, for the Strat, for the Gilmore Strat, he felt like this would be like $1 million. But they're saying 600,000. A lot of times they put out lower numbers to get more people to bid. Yeah. So what are they saying here? They're saying Jeff Beck's Oxblood Les Paul went for $1.3 million. I just think this guitar is so friggin' iconic. You know, it's like, how long did Jeff Beck play the Les Paul? I feel like Ace was playing one like this for years and years, but maybe not. Maybe it was like the same amount of time, like 5 to 10 years. Because I want to say by Dynasty he moved to a black one. He had a black Les Paul Custom. But then this sort of came back around again. And they did a whole bunch of copies of it, right, with the damage and everything. That's what a real Relic looks like. About that much damage. Not the friggin'... I tell you, they look like they would drag behind friggin' cars now. It's like, what do you, what? I don't know anyone's guitar that looks like that. That looks like real, that's like real damage. Or like this, right? It's a little faded, right? Colors, it's lost its brightness on the whites. Right, little UV damage. Anyway. When does it go? Auction itself takes place between May 29th and May 30th. So we'll have to see. Where does it... Oh, I just pulled it up. I think I did. Yep, there it goes. SRV Strat would go for millions. Where is SRV Strat? Because usually things like that get sold off to pay bills. But maybe he wasn't married and the family's just holding on to it, or is it in like a museum, or I don't even know whatever happened to Stevie Ray's Strats. You know? Jimmy Vaughn has it? Sure. That makes sense. He's next of kin. That makes sense. They used a railroad spike on yours? Those bastards. Unless at the time they did it, they were singing, "I've been working on the railroad." Then acceptable. Yeah, Jimmy having it does make sense, yeah. Oh, thank you, Demon. It's on display in Austin right now. That makes sense. I could see that being like in a museum or something like that, yeah. At the Smithsonian, quite frankly. You know, I'm doing well, Captain. Ghost Captain. I've got the new projector going. It looks good. It looks real good. But my son pointed out, because I have it on like a stand on the floor. He's like, when we move around, or if someone's walking, it kind of moves a little bit. So I bought another ceiling mount. I'll mount it up to the ceiling. He goes, I just think when it's up in the ceiling, he goes, it's rock steady. It's rock solid all the time. So, and the great thing about it is that it has a standard 1/4-inch tripod mount. So I can just, you can get it's like $20 for a ceiling mount. Versus I used to pay like $65, $70 for the mounts for the old projector. So my son was like, it looks really good. It's much brighter, much more colorful. If you dart your eyes, though, really quickly, again, it's got multiple lasers, so it's not like, I don't know that it uses a color wheel. Maybe it does. I thought it combined it using, like, literally separate lasers. Unlike one light source, it had multiple light sources. And they bounce off mirrors and combine. And go off the, what is that, digital light processor, right? DLP chip. Which is basically a chip of a bunch of friggin' mirrors. But I tell you, I finally got it going. At first they always look like shit. Because they put on like motion correction, which looks terrible. Everything looks like a freaking soap opera. They do all this like AI picture quality like improvement. It's basically a picture ruiner. You got to turn that off. You turn all that crap off. And now all of a sudden, you're looking at it, you're like, wow, that's really sharp. Really friggin' sharp. So much better. And way more colorful. My God, the color rendition is just amazing. And it has amazing contrast. But DLP's always been better for contrast than LCD. And we're coming off an LCD. But if you dart your eyes, you can see the rainbows a little bit. But they say that they're going to have a... The projector came out. I just got it a week ago. But the projector came out in September or October. And they say 4 years of firmware updates. Minimum. And they have one slated to come out. And because I guess it had crushed blacks, but I don't have that at all. My blacks look friggin' amazing. Look really good. Having watched a lot of those movies, like a lot, like over the years on different TVs, it looks really friggin' film-like. I would say that the biggest problem is if it's really, really bright and a very dark around it. Not that when it moves, but when you move your eyes, you can see a little bit of rainbowing. And they said that they're going to fix it in the next firmware update. I think they said May 2025. So we'll see. I saw Stevie Ray 2 nights in a row. I never got to see him. I kept saying, well, the time to see him was on the Jeff Beck tour. Jeff Beck and Stevie Ray, what a friggin' show. And I didn't go. I'll catch him next time. And there was no next time. And I was so into the latest Jeff Beck album at the time. What was it, Guitar Shop or something like that? I forget the one. You remember that one with the guitar up on the lift? And I had that album. I was so into that album. I freaking loved that. Stevie Ray's latest album. And, the rest is history. I missed out. Yes, I see rainbows in the dark. Dio was right about everything. You saw him every time he came through Dallas. Yeah, A buddy of mine had tickets to go see him. He had front row at the Orpheum. And he took his stupid girlfriend. What is wrong with you? We're still friends. That girlfriend has been gone since the 80s. Come on. Bromances last a lot longer. Yeah, Guitar Shop, right? Yeah, that was a really good album. You know, he was really peaking. Love that album. And Stevie Ray had his new album out. And was it Tightrope or something? I forget now. That, you know, that one, his sort of big comeback album. And next time. Next time. There was no next time. Yeah. When there's rainbows on your dot around your eyes. It happens. Really? You went to his funeral in South Oak Cliff? Really? They had his hat on his casket? Wow. Instep. Yeah, that was his last one. Instep. That had, you saw him 5 times. Wow. That's 5 more than me. I did see Dio at least twice, maybe 3 times. So I got that going for me. I saw Van Halen on the 1984 tour. I saw Iron Maiden on the Peace of Mind tour and a 5,000-seater. The same 5,000-seater that Gene Simmons said they had 7,500 people in. Oh, did you, Gene? Yeah, I do have a little delay. I just wasn't all that into it. I just think it's because there's like too much attack. It just comes out a little too clicky. So I turned it off. Yeah, stainless steel frets on this one. I'm still using Dawman. Let's go to Dawman cam. Right there. But he's out of business, I think. Just saying, if Neil Young was still alive, he'd probably be playing a Donner. Probably. I tell you, I saw Neil Young in 2008, something like that, 2009. At the Providence Performing Arts Center, PPAC. A pretty small venue, kind of like going to the Orpheum in Boston. Or the Wilbur, maybe more like the Orpheum. And goddamn if he didn't sound, just him, no band. He just walked out. He had the organ, he had a piano, right, an upright piano, an acoustic guitar, and an electric guitar. And he just wandered between the instruments and was banging out tunes. Holy shit, did he sound good. Just unbelievable. So friggin' good. I was like, oh, talent. Neil Young is live. I meant his career. I can't run it through Do Heavy Rig. Neil Young did a tour with Social Distortion and Sonic Youth. Wow. There's a clash of talent, huh? Yeah, if you don't know the joke, I did I'm explaining this joke again. I did a video on Steinberger GT, right? I think Pro GT. You know, the little guitar, and I did like a Hendrix riff, and I said, well, you know, if Hendrix were alive today, he'd probably be playing a Steinberger. Probably. We can only speculate. And that turned into, you know, I'd play some Zakk Wylde guitar, you know, Blood Eagle. I'd play a Zeppelin riff and say, you know, if Jimmy Page were alive today, they're like, Jimmy Page is alive. I'm like, yeah, but his career is dead. Yeah, no, Neil Young sounded real good. Really freaking good. He sat down and did, what's that song? Helpless? On an acoustic. And holy shit. What a friggin' sound. He might have done it on piano. No, I think he did it on acoustic. I think he did it on acoustic guitar. And, man, he sounded so friggin' good. We can only speculate. Does the guitar fold in half? No, but the wings come off. So you can put it in these little wings come off. And fit it in the little backpack case. Exactly. All guitars fold in half if you try hard enough. Don't be a quitter, bro. James Taylor sounded better live than in the studio. One of the worst concerts I ever went to. Not because of James. He sounded amazing. But I just had like the loudest, most obnoxious friggin' chick behind us. Billy! Oh my God! You know how much these goddamn tickets cost? I was like, will you shut up? Like this woman, girl, just obnoxious. We wound up leaving. She was so friggin' obnoxious. She drove us out of there. We went up back when the lawn was literally a lawn. And you could go up on the lawn. Now it's all filled with seats. But I remember going up on the lawn for a while. It was much quieter up there. Didn't listen to her going, oh my God, I want a slice of pizza. Just like the worst. This woman. Holy shit. And then the best part of the show was we went back and she was still just nonstop friggin' blah, blah, blahing. And they wanted to leave early. So the second they ended the main show and he came back and did like a couple of encores. He came back and did a couple of songs, went off and came back and did a couple more songs. They had split. So it was nice and quiet for what would be his biggest songs, right? Because the last 4 tunes are like his biggest hits. And so that wasn't so bad. But oh my God, this friggin' woman. Just so friggin', I'm going to say right, stupid. Completely self-absorbed and couldn't give 2 shits about anyone around her. Yeah, oh no, the Boston accent is horrific. And trust me, I know. And it is just, oh my God, this friggin' chick. I'd say she was in her early 20s. Late teens, early 20s. Just brutal. Was she at least good looking? I remember like a bleach blonde. So no. Oh my God, is he going to play piano, man? Yes. That's going to be the final encore. God, I couldn't live with that voice. Just brutal. Just the most brutal. My wife remembers that she was with me. She's like, oh my God, she's like, this chick is like, just completely obnoxious. I'm like, oh no. No, you are correct. That would have been early 90s, probably 92. Do you ever find good deals on Guitar Center used anymore? Yeah, you see them out there, but you know, they're not. I would say prices are coming down a little bit on used guitars from where they were about a year ago. Probably because stock isn't moving. But you see some good deals out there. Here's the thing, though. So do other people. So if you see something that's like a really good deal, you got to jump on it really quickly, or it will be gone. I told you that EVH. I was like, oh wow, that's a really good deal. It's like an MIJ mint condition. It's a guitar that sells for like $3,000. The EVH, which is in every way, except probably a little bit better fit and finish. The same as the USA one. Like literally, if you took up the specs for the USA and the MIJ right next to each other, like literally point by point, they are identical in every way. But the USA one is $4,500 and the Japanese one was $3,000. And they had it for $1,850, and it was in dead mint condition with hard shell case and all the case candy and everything. And I was like, oh, that's really good. I can't spend that kind of money on a guitar right now, though. And, oh, I should, oh, no. And the next day I went there, gone. Anything that's decent, if you see a really good deal, trust me, someone else sees it too. And they're gonna get it. Okay, stop dropping shit up there. You hearing that? Who's home? I think that's my wife. Recently got a reissued Night Swan for 600 Canadian. That's a good price. That's a good price, especially in Canadian. You hear that? It's like a bull. Yeah. It fell and then went No. It's a good time to empty the dishwasher. Your timing could not be more impeccable. I suspect she came home and the cats all ran to her going, "We're hungry. We're hungry. Why, God, why?" So she's feeding the cats, if I had to guess. My coffee mug is wrapped in a towel as a cozy. So, no. Do I have a light on the main floor that tells family that you're live? No, I should have like a siren that just blares. Whoop! Like red alert. Whoop! Whoop! We are live. Whoop! We are live. Whoop! I'll drive them out. Oh, man. I needed a place where I could lay my head. Hey, mister, can you tell me where am I find the bed? He smiled and shook my hand. That was all he said. Take a load off of me. Take a load off me. Take a load off me. And you put the load right on me. How was the weather this week? Not bad. It was mild. Thursday, it was mild, and my daughter talked me into walking up to the top of Blue Hill, which is it's about a mile walk, but it's quite the incline. I think the elevation is around 600 feet, 650 feet, something like that. So we went up to the top, and coming down is a whole different set of muscles. There is a waterfall at the start. They have to divert the water so you can walk. There we are up at the top looking into the city. You see, we're pretty far up. There's the city. Right there. The Hancock Tower. The Prudential Tower. And that's a new one. I don't even know what that is. Something Tower. That's off more like South Shore. And then we're out at the Vista. Alta Vista. Right there. Anything else? Nope. Oh, that's it. It was a little overcast, though, as you can see. And actually a little muggy. Dew point started to get up in the high 40s. Dew point right now is like 5. It's crisp. No, that's not a data center. That giant tower, that's a, those are apartments. Those are like condos. Without a doubt. Right there, there's the Pru. Office, that's another office. I think these are condos, but no place I could live. And there's the Hancock Tower, which these windows, when they first went in, would pop out because the building would sway too much. They wound up putting a big cantilever system up there to offset any wind, and it stopped because those windows are so enormous. If one fell down and hit you, you were pretty much dead. You know, the windows were like, 10 feet wide by 20 feet tall. Probably weighed a friggin' 1,000 pounds. No, I never been to the Bull and Finch. I never go to those, like, the Bull and Finch is where Cheers was was based off of, the layout. Never been to it. I hear it's quite the tourist trap now. I'm sure it's like super expensive. But Mike's Pastry is the other big tourist trap over the north end. Yeah, we're all over the place too. We're warm, but it's pretty cold out there now. Oh, yeah. You went to the Bull and Finch for a wedding reception? I believe it. No, I don't think I've ever been to Dolly's. It doesn't ring a bell. What's the temp right now? 32? That's Fahrenheit. It's about 0 on your centigrade. Yeah, we peaked out today with strong sun at about 38 degrees. I already played Hiram Bullock. I only know one song, and I already played it. One good Hiram Bullock song is... Oh, buddy. My battery might be dying. That's what it sounds like. It didn't come with a 9-volt, but then again, they don't send me a retail one. They sort of send me a one that gets sent around. Didn't have a 9-volt. And I found a 9-volt battery, but my battery tester had it in the replace mode. Not low, like in the yellow zone, not the green zone. Wasn't like fine. It wasn't like bad. It was like, like replace. And I was like, well, it's the only one I have. So it's going to have to be this one. And that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like when you're... Yeah, you know what? You probably can't see it. Let me... Oop. See that? It's flashing L. They're like, hey, loser, your battery is low. All right, we're going to have to switch up because this is out of juice. Boop, boop, doop, doop. I'm going to have to go with something nearby. I got the Vola, or I got the other Vola. You want the Tele Vola, or you want the Strat Vola? I got double Volas. Yeah, it's a little 9-volt sag going on there. You like bluey or you like the sparkle red? Actually, is it red? Orange? Orangey red? Kind of red. Telly. I can see one telly. I see one Strat. Now the Mini's too, first of all, it's too far away. And secondly, I need something arm length. Arm length. Oh, we can just go with this one. It's right there. I'm going to have to switch to an amp though. This will need an amp, and I'm going to have to tune it up too. All right. Good thing about this is that bit. All right. I just got to tune this up a little bit. They're always sharp. Always a little sharp, hey. They named a marker after it. And a dog. Come on, get it there. There we go. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I do like the neck on this guitar. All right, back here, I gotta move that and move this back over. Yeah, that's pretty good. Did they release the Vola signature yet? It was continued the day before it was released. Also, there's a chance that there's no video on Monday. I reached out to my contact to get the next round of guitars for Guitar of the Week. And I got an out of office bounce back. I'm out of office for the whole week. And so I reached out to someone else there. And I never heard back. He's probably like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So I don't have a new guitar for Monday. So I started looking through to see if I had a guitar I could use. The problem is that I try to do guitars that people can buy, right? What's the point of doing Guitar of the Week if it's like some guitar from 40 years ago? And I don't really have anything. You know, I'm like, what do I have that like you, I mean, because I've already done the Volas, you know. I'm like, do I have a friggin' guitar I can use? I kept going through. It's like, well, you have the Select Strat, but the Select Strat, you can't buy them. They're literally 13 years old. You know, it's like I got the Kramer, but again, it's discontinued. You know, it's a guitar from the friggin' 80s. You know, I got the old Jackson. I got, you know, it's like I got these old guitars, but it's nothing you can buy. So I might not have anything. Yeah, I should have talked, you know, it's funny because Bobby was actually over today. I should have just freaking asked him if he had anything that's available like in store right now. Something you can get like right now. But I don't think he does. Guitar of the Week Blast from the Past edition. Framus Acoustic? I mean, I could. I don't have a Framus Electric. Tone clamp video. I could do that video on I swear I think Gibson's going to try and trademark humbucker. They're after the word humbucker, like in a lot of their stuff now, they put the letters TM. That's usually a device to put people on notice that they intend to seek that mark. Fender's doing it for the word noiseless. I would say both marks are dead in the water, but you never know. Noiseless is descriptive. Humbucker at this point is beyond descriptive. It's generic. Keyboard room video. I just did one. Did I have a Framus Diablo? No. Nope. I might have done a Framus years ago in like 2019, but that was a loaner. And I don't think it was a Diablo. I forget now. I don't think it was a Diablo though. Projector of the Week. Now you're talking. Cat of the Week. Now you're talking. Tony says, do a summary of Guitar of the Week. Exactly, in celebration of episode 133. It's a milestone. It's a milestone in anyone's book. What are we up to? Are we up to 100? No, I think we're up to 90. 94? 95? Where are we at? 92. So we've done 92. It's the 93rd celebration. Exactly. Sump Pump of the Week. I do have 4 sump pumps. Sump pump breakdown. Pump up the sump. I do have a frameless acoustic. But I swear to God, I don't even think you can buy those any longer. I haven't seen Framus at the NAMM show. They have a booth, but it's all Warwick and, like, I think, what, Sadowski? I don't see Framus as a brand. They don't really seem to promote it any longer. So I don't know what's going on with Framus. Oh my God, a washer and dryer review. It would be timely. Furnace of the week. Now you're talking. See, this is the outside the box thinking I need. Roof of the week, yeah. No, Felix hasn't been with Framus in years. He's with Gibson now. It's my longest video yet, at over 3 hours, doing both the washer and dryer. Oh, I remember that Framus strip was friggin' awesome. Did one in 2017 and one in 2018. Sadly, the guy who organized that, Ova, he passed away. He had died of a heart attack. Just such a bummer. I really love that dude. He was such a good guy. Angelina Poutine? Never heard of her. Exactly. Cramus, Framus, Primus, Anus. Friction remover of the week. We could do it. What do I got? Coffee cup of the week. String of the week. The outtakes, now you're thinking. A lot of swears. A lot of eye rolls. A couple of detached retinas. I'm rolling my eyes so hard. At least twice I recorded the whole video only to realize I wasn't recording the audio. I was like, you son of a bitch! Pack everything back up, put it all back in the box again. Look what I just got! As I record the whole thing again, friggin' 2 hours later. Does the friction remover work on? Yeah, but only if you, like, throw it at him. Unfortunately, a lot of the, I run out of room. They take up so much friggin' space on my video machine that the videos only last. I don't throw them away immediately, but just in case I need to go back for whatever reason. But usually within 3 to 6 months, I've got to delete it because I'm running out of space, and I delete in order. In other words, first in, first out. So if I have a video from, 6 months ago that's still up there, I'll go through and I'll have to delete it because I literally can't move the latest video up there. It's like you don't have enough space. I'm like, oh, geez, okay. Let me just delete this. You know? Exactly, FIFO. Could I store them or are they gone? They're gone. I do have a server that has 14 terabytes of storage, but even that's running out of space. That's got some real old stuff on it. I suppose I could have dumped that really old stuff and replaced it with the newer stuff. Right now, I do save the final output, though. That I don't get rid of for the most part. I don't think I've dumped any of the... So when I render it into a folder called Final. And then the final folder I will back up. And that I have out there. So that I do have some video. And that has saved me because Donner and I think Vola came back to me and was like, hey, could you do a video about this or about that? Yeah, I could do a video, sure. And they're like, can you compare it to this old one? I'm like, sure, but I don't really have that. I don't have the guitar any longer. I don't really have the raw footage any longer, but I have the final video, and I can just go and pull clips out of that and intersperse it with the new stuff, right? So it could be just a giant clip show. That sounds like a lot of work, though. It's a shit ton of work to pull all that together, and it's already Saturday night, and the video would have to come out Monday at noon. So I think I might just skip this week. I don't know. I'll see if I can find something. I don't know. Could be tricky. How many guitars I have now? I don't even know. Too many. I've been trying to dump more and more. I just don't need them. Quite frankly, they're in the way. And I do get rid of them because sometimes people come back to me and they're like, hey, can you do this video? And I'm like, I don't have that guitar any longer. I friggin' sold it. And they're like, oh, okay. It's gone. How many terabytes have we made content of so far? Oh, geez, probably over... I'm going to probably say over 20. Easily. Maybe more like 25. Because I've deleted so much. Once I went to 4K, every single video starts out with, between 30 and 35 gigs per camera, and there's 3 cameras. Like if it was a 30 gig shoot, that'd be small. It's really more like between 35 and 45. Once you get into like 50, 55, that means something happened in the middle and I had to fix something on the guitar, or I needed a 9-volt battery and didn't have one, and now I'm going to find a friggin' 9-volt somewhere. Then it gets extended, as I'm trying to lower the bridge on something, or tighten the truss rod on something, or because I don't turn the cameras off, because it's just much harder to try and sync everything up later. So I usually, and then you're dealing with, instead of 3 clips, 6 clips, right, that you've got to somehow work. So I always I keep the camera rolling, even if I'm like unscrewing a friggin' truss rod cover and tightening down trying to find the right wrench to tighten down the truss rod. It's rare, but it happens. Those can get really big. Like I said, like 50 gigs of friggin' a camera, and I have 3 cameras. It's 150 gigs right there for one video. And then the output's probably, depending on the length of the video, between 8 to 12 gigs. An 8 gig one would be pretty short. You know? An AI song of the week for next week? Yeah, maybe. A lot of people really hate the AI thing, but, you know, they just updated their model. They just did an update to version 5.5. Now, the big selling point for 5.5 is that it you can upload yourself singing, and it will make a singer that can actually sing in tune based on your voice. But I started to fool around with it a little bit. I think I wrote maybe 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I've done about a dozen songs this week trying out 5.5. I thought this one was good. This is a standard like blues, but I like how it goes from the 1 chord to the dominant 3 chord, right? Right, that's a you know, that little movement, I don't know, call it the SNL movement. It's pretty good. You can hear it on this one here.
Coffee on the counter.
Huh.
Wheat gold winner in my lap.
That's not right. There it is. I couldn't start it from the beginning because it wanted me to accept all the cookies. Oh, do I?
Frost on the sill. Still clinging to the glass. Coffee on the counter.
They're addicted to coffee.
Wheat gold winner in my lap.
You push back the curtain. Sun spills on the floor.
You say,
Feel that
it's not so cold
Minor.
anymore.
first warm wind blowing through our window screen.
Little green ghost on the
Branches in between. We made it through
every dark and heavy place. Hold my hand, breathe it in.
This is just the start of spring.
Oh, the start of
Spring. Boots by the door, finally giving up their space. Sneakers by your keys, soft smile on your face. You laugh, I can hear the neighbors sweeping out the past. I say,
Minor.
come outside, time's moving again. At last, first warm wind blowing through our window screen.
little green ghost on
you close the blinds, counting cracks in the ceiling, tracing lines. Now the air tastes brighter on my tongue. Every step with you feels young.
They improve the singers like every round. Pretty good.
This is just the start of spring.
And then they do like here's the same thing but in like a blues rock. I wasn't crazy about it. I reject so many songs. I was like, meh. I like the last one much better. E flat. Meh. A little bit more interesting. Again, an E flat. It like doesn't know what it wants to be. It's almost like a little too. It's not. It's bluesy, but not bluesy enough, right? It's a little too rockish, and it's got almost like a synth feel to it, which I'm not crazy about. Again, so many songs I go through that I'm like, that sucks. Meh. Meh. I mean, compared to this, that's baby making music right there. Nice friggin' electric piano right there. It's beautiful.
Still clinging to the glass.
Here's the alternate track. They start out with a little bit of cheering and then it quickly goes away. I was like, what? Again, just sort of okay.
Frost on the sill, still clinging to the glass. Coffee on the counter.
Coffee. They cannot stop talking about friggin' coffee. You write a song on Suno, there's like a 90% chance that the word coffee appears in it somewhere. They are addicted to coffee. I think these were all about coming out of the winter and going into spring.
He says, there's still frost on the railing.
It's like a friggin' sedative, though.
Got a different plan today.
Steam from our coffee keeps on fading into blue. It's finally pushing gray.
I mean, not bad, but not great.
You've been counting
Snow pickle jar.
every sunrise.
Yeah,
Like
meh.
He says, there's still frost on the railing.
Again, meh.
Sun's got a different plan today.
It would need funnier lyrics.
Steam from our coffee keeps on fading.
Steam from our coffee. I'm telling you, man. They cannot stop.
Pushing gray.
They cannot stop mentioning freaking coffee.
You've been counting every sunrise.
Again, that was a 1 to dominant 3. This is all with the new one. This is all with 5.5, which just came out a couple days ago.
Feels lighter. Breath turns clear instead of white. Coffee steam.
So 2 female vocalists.
Bare feet on the kitchen
Yeah.
tile. It's the first green morning after all that.
Anything that has to do with change or the morning or anything like that, they always mention coffee. And there's so many times.
If this is how it starts,
That's not a bad singer, though. That's pretty good.
find in mind, let the first green morning
Yeah.
last a long, long time.
It's the A Indigo Girls. Again, that's bedtime sleeping music.
You say the air feels lighter,
WSLP.
breath turns clear instead of white.
Meh. There's a lot. It's hit or miss. There's a lot of miss. Trust me, I'm curating the best tunes. It's like Valium for my ears.
You pull back the curtain.
Oh, dude.
Look at the sky.
Dominant 3.
Steam rising off our coffee.
Right, the 1 to the dominant 3. They love that.
Bare feet on the kitchen.
This is a 1 chord.
tile. Your sweater hangs halfway down.
Dominant 3 chord.
You left that winner's
Right, it's the 3 chord, but instead of minor, it's dominant 7.
You pull back the curtain.
I'm fighting back yawns.
Look at the sky. Steam rising off our coffee. Little clouds.
Coffee.
passing
Did you hear that?
by.
They cannot stop talking about
Bare
goddamn
feet
coffee.
on the kitchen tile. Your sweater hangs halfway down.
You laugh that winter's over. Snow melting off the sound.
These first green days
First Green Days.
coming up through the gray, quiet as a whisper.
Oh, it's quiet as a whisper, all right.
Finding their way if we just stay
Goddamn narcotic.
right here.
Oh, now. That's E.
Pulled up to the station, thought I just top off. Screen said morning stranger, then it laughed and called. Caught in the reader, heart in my throat. I watched that number climbing higher than my nose. There's a premium on the pain these days. Okay. Every mile got a price.
That's actually not bad. I forget this one.
Fill me up, drain me out.
4 chord.
High gas, low cash, still I roll the same. Premium on the pain these days, but I still got groove in my lane. Live got the scooter, says he's living smart. I'm in this old sedan with a hungry heart. So my weekend plans for
That's actually not bad. I forgot about this one.
That's the game. High gas, low cash, still I roll the same. Premium on the pain,
I think this was about high gas prices.
but I still got
Premium on the pain.
groove in my lane. Still got groove in my lane.
$250. It's a quick one. This is the alternate take. I like the other one better. F sharp.
Pulled up to the station. I thought I just top off. Screen said morning stranger.
F sharp.
Laughed and called. Card in the reader, heart in my throat. I watched that number climbing higher than my nose. There's a premium on the pay these days. Oh yeah, every mile got a price. I pay. Fill me up, drain me out. That's the game. High gas, low cash, the life roll the same. Premium on the pain.
Premium on the pain.
But I still got groove in my lane.
I'd have to rework the lyrics, but so I think of all those I've played, I like two of them. This one, pretty good, and I liked this one. That's nice. That's a great electric piano.
Frost on the sill,
Coffee? Coffee?
still clinging to the glass.
Coffee?
Coffee on the counter.
Thank you. Can we fit coffee in here somewhere? Oh, we'll see. Yeah, it could be no video on Monday. You know, I might be able to. I'm trying to think. I might have a Volar I could dig out that I never did a video on. Don't I have like a 2 humbucker one that you can still buy? Right, it's still up for sale. It might be. I'll see. If not, if you don't see a video on Monday, you'll know. Yeah, so they do the same lyrics, and they'll do two versions. But they don't write separate lyrics for each version. Right, they write one set of lyrics. If you went in and said, I want you to write lyrics, if you were in certain modes, like in studio mode, it would give you 2 sets of lyrics. And you could pick which set of lyrics you liked better after looking at them. But this is like the simple one, right? Where you just say, you know, write me, a funky song about, cleaning out the freaking cat litter. And 2 minutes later, there you go. What's up, Zoots? I know, geez, I'm out of here in like 3 minutes. I know. I'd like to say they ain't talking about coffee, but they are. I noticed that. They really do. They mention anything to do with like the morning or a fresh start or anything where you're going like, I want to talk about a fresh start after this or You know, and just about anything. I swear to God, they shoehorn the word coffee in there. They just do. I see it so much. Yeah, we got about 2 minutes to go here. Yeah, right. It's kind of based on popular things, yeah. So, that's where that comes from. Do I have a cat over here? I do not. Buddy could be over in the buddy bunker, though. He's rediscovered his little buddy bunker. No, he could be hiding in there. Sometimes he'll be over there, and all of a sudden he'll just like come out. I'm like, oh, Jesus, how long have you been there? Yeah, maybe coffee companies sneaking him a little money. No, I think they go for common experiences. And coffee is so hot right now. Maybe if you were doing it in Britain, it would be, they'd mention tea. Right? This is a Vola. I was doing the Donner one earlier, but the 9-volt battery ran out on me. Yeah, exactly. It's Cat GPT. All right, dudes, it's 9 o'clock. It's time to wrap it up. Thanks, everybody, so much for hanging out. We will do it all again in a week. Check Monday. I might have a new video, but we'll see. I think the best contender, just thinking out loud, the best contender would be probably that Vola. Just because I don't think I ever did a video for Guitar of the Week on it, and it is available for purchase. So there's that. We'll see. You guys have a great week. Always great to see you. Thanks for hanging out. We'll do it all again in a week. And there you go. No, you rock. So you guys have a wonderful week. And I'll see you in a week. There you go. You know, I should probably plan to skip one Monday every so often. Because it would do wonders for me getting things done around here. All right, no, you guys have a wonderful week. I'll see you all next week. Have a great week, and we'll do it all again in a week. I don't think that Ace thing is going up for sale until the end of May, so we got a ways to go before we have any resolution on that. All right, guys, have a great week. I'll see you next week. Later.